All right, Judge, we are ready. Sorry.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. We are streaming live on YouTube. Mr. Interpreter, are you there? Mr. Interpreter, are you there?
I'm so sorry. I was saying yes, but I was on mute as well. Yes, I'm here. You're on.
Okay. Mr. Montoya, can you hear me?
Hola, señor Montoya, ¿me puede escuchar?
Lo escucho.
Please let him know he needs to speak very loudly.
Sí, te lo escucho.
Por favor, si puede hablar en voz muy fuerte.
Ok, sí lo estoy escuchando.
Okay, and I am listening to you guys.
And Mr. Kitiana, spelling is, hold on one second.
Te lo escucho.
Christian, I'm sorry, Q-U-I-S-T-I-A-N.
Te lo escucho.
Yes, señor Christian.
Te lo escucho.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. Everybody, I'm not just speaking to Mr. Montoya and Mr. Christian, I'm speaking to everyone. Will everyone please raise your right hand?
Entonces, ahora estaba hablando con el señor Montoya y señor Cristian. Todos pueden alzar su mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm that the information contained in your application for a lawyer
¿Ustedes juran o afirman que la información contenida en la solicitud para un abogado,
as well as any information given to this court,
al igual que cualquier información dada a este tribunal,
is true and correct? If so, say I do.
es verdad y correcta? Y si es así, digan si lo hago.
Sí, sí.
I think I heard everybody else say I do, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sí,
Please put your hands down.
ya pueden bajar sus manos.
This is your first appearance before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County.
Y es su primer comparecencia ante el Tribunal de Magistrados del Condado de Clayton County.
We are not here to try your case or take a plea.
No estamos aquí para hacer un juicio sobre su caso o para tomar su declaración.
You are here for the court to inform you of your rights.
Están aquí para que el tribunal les informe sobre sus derechos.
For the court to inform you of the charges against you.
Para que el tribunal también les informe sobre los cargos en contra de ustedes.
For the court to set bail for the offenses where I am authorized to set bail.
Y para que el tribunal fije fianza bajo las ofensas que yo tengo autorizado fijar fianza.
I'm going to schedule a preliminary hearing for some of you.
Voy a estar programando una audiencia preliminar para algunos de ustedes.
And I will determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney.
Y yo voy a determinar si requerirán la asistencia de un abogado.
During this proceeding and any other, anything you say may be used against you if your case goes to trial.
Durante este proceso judicial y cualquier cosa que digan será o podrá ser utilizada en su contra si el caso se va a juicio.
During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights.
Durante este y todos los procesos judiciales tienen los siguientes derechos.
You have the right to the presumption of innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Tienen el derecho de presumirse inocente hasta que el Estado pueda comprobar su culpabilidad sin ninguna duda razonable.
You have the right to the indictment by grand jury for felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors.
Y tienen el derecho de acusación ante un gran jurado por delito mayor o bajo una acusación por delito menor.
You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury.
Tienen el derecho a una audiencia rápida y pública a través de un jurado.
You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine who are brought against you.
Tienen el derecho de ver, escuchar y contrainterrogar a testigos que puedan ser traídos en su contra.
You have the right to compel your own witnesses to attend by subpoena.
Tienen el derecho de traer a sus propios testigos que atiendan a través de una citación.
You have the right to testify and offer evidence should you choose to do so.
Tienen el derecho de testificar y ofrecer pruebas o evidencias si eligen hacerlo.
But should you choose not to, no presumption of guilt may be raised.
Pero si deciden no hacerlo, no hay una presunción de culpabilidad que se pueda hacer.
You have the right to have an attorney represent you, and I'm going to appoint each of you a lawyer.
Tienen el derecho a que un abogado les represente y a cada uno de ustedes les voy a nombrar un abogado.
However, you can always hire your own private lawyer or represent yourself.
Sin embargo, siempre podrán contratar a su propio abogado privado o podrán representarse a sí mismos.
Some of you will be allowed to post bond.
Algunos de ustedes van a tener permitido publicar su fianza.
This bond may be cash, commercial, or property.
La fianza puede ser a través de efectivo, comercial o a través de propiedad.
If someone posts a cash bond, they will bring the full amount in cash with any fees to the sheriff's office.
Si alguien publica una fianza en efectivo, deberán de traer la cantidad completa que incluya cualquier tarifa a la oficina del alguacil o la oficina del sheriff.
The sheriff will hold the cash bond until your case is resolved, and at that time, your cash will be returned to the person who posted the bond.
El sheriff va a guardar su fianza en efectivo hasta que el caso se resuelva y una vez que se resuelva el caso, el monto de la fianza será regresado a la persona que la haya puesto por usted.
If you use a commercial bonding company, someone can pay a fee up to 15% of your bond for your release.
Y si utilizan alguna compañía de fianzas comercial, podrán esa compañía de fianzas comercial pagar hasta el 15% de su fianza para que puedan ser liberados.
This fee will not be returned once your case is closed.
Y esta tarifa no sería devuelta una vez que su caso quede cerrado.
Someone may also post a property bond on your behalf.
Alguien también podrá publicar una fianza de propiedad bajo el nombre de ustedes.
But the property must have 3 times the equity of your bond to qualify.
Pero la propiedad deberá de valer 3 veces más la plusvalía de su fianza para que pueda aplicar.
A few of you will receive an OR bond.
Y algunos de ustedes van a estar recibiendo una fianza OR por sus siglas en inglés.
This means you will not have to pay any money. You will just sign yourself out on your own recognizance.
Esto significa que no tendrían que pagar dinero ustedes mismos, solo estarían estarían firmando su liberación bajo palabra.
A very limited few charges qualify for an OR bond.
Y muy pocos cargos limitadamente califican para poder obtener una fianza bajo palabra.
Everyone will have special conditions on their bond.
Todos tendrán condiciones especiales bajo su fianza.
At minimum, you must not violate any laws while out on bond.
Como mínimo, mientras estén fuera bajo fianza, no tendrán que tener ninguna contravención.
Some of you may have additional conditions that keep you from going around certain people or certain places.
Y algunos de ustedes podrán tener algunas condiciones adicionales que evitarán que se puedan acercar a ciertas personas o a ciertos lugares.
If you violate any of the court's orders regarding bond, your bond will be revoked.
Si hay alguna incumplimiento de cualquiera de las órdenes del tribunal de fianza, su fianza podrá quedar revocada.
You will not be entitled to another bond while awaiting trial.
Y no tendrían derecho a otra fianza mientras estén en espera del juicio.
You may also face new charges like influencing a witness or aggravated stalking.
También pueden enfrentar nuevos cargos como influencia de testigo o acosamiento con agravio.
These charges hold up to 10 years in prison or $20,000 fines.
Y estos cargos conllevarían hasta 10 años en prisión o hasta una multa de hasta $20,000.
If you have family members who will be assisting you, they should wait several hours from the conclusion of the calendar before attempting to post your bond.
Si hay miembros de su familia que les van a estar ayudando, deberán esperar varias horas de la conclusión para que puedan ir a publicar su fianza.
If your family member is the alleged victim, he or she cannot post bond on your behalf.
Si su miembro de su familia es la presunta víctima, él o ella no podrán publicar la fianza bajo su nombre.
Some of you are charged with offenses for which the court is not authorized to set bail.
Algunos de ustedes tienen cargos de algunas ofensas de los cuales el tribunal no tiene la autorización para poderles fijar fianza.
If you are on active probation, the court is not authorized to set bond.
Si están bajo libertad probatoria activa, el tribunal no tiene la autorización de fijarles fianza.
If you are on probation, your probation officer will determine if they wish to hold you. My phone just died. I'm going to finish for the rest of you all, and then we'll have to do Mr. Montoya once I get, and Mr. Quincian once I get a phone. I do apologize. For the rest of you, as I stated, if you're on probation, your probation officer will have to review whether or not you are able to postpone or if they want to retain you. The rest of you all, if you have a preliminary hearing, your preliminary hearing will be determined if you have felonies. I will set that today. If you have misdemeanors, however, you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing and moving your matter along quicker through the courts. Your preliminary hearing can only be waived if you are facing misdemeanors only. Waiving your preliminary hearing does not affect your right to post bond. It does not affect your right to an attorney, and it does not affect your right to have a trial. If you waive your preliminary hearing, you will sign a waiver today, and your court date will come in the mail. If you post bond, you will automatically waive your preliminary hearing. So keep that in mind if you are facing misdemeanors only. Give me one moment, Deputy Aju and Crawley, go ahead and keep Mr. Montoya and Mr. Kistian here. I'm gonna get my charger and then we'll keep going with them and then we'll start the female inmates, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Go back to yourself.
We are back on the record and we have reconnected with an interpreter. I do apologize. If you can bring Mr. Montoya and Mr. Kistion back up. Madam Interpreter, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we are streaming live on YouTube, so you'll have to speak very loudly so that the defendants can hear you. Okay, ma'am?
All right, sure.
Mr. Montoya and Mr. Kistion, I was explaining about the preliminary hearing.
Buenas, señor Montoya y señor Kisiani. Voy a ser su intérprete para ayudarles a comunicarse. Les estaba explicando entonces en qué va a consistir la audiencia preliminar.
I'm going to set you down for a preliminary hearing. As you are not speaking fluent English, I don't want to accept a waiver for your preliminary hearing.
Entonces, para lo que va a hacer esta audiencia preliminar, ¿verdad? Puesto que va a estar en inglés, entonces entiendo que van a estar renunciando a esos derechos, ¿cierto?
I will take Mr. Montoya first.
Voy a entonces a pedirle al señor Montoya que vaya de primero.
Sir, you are charged with improper lane change and DUI less safe.
Entonces, señor Montoya, a usted se le está imputando de hacer un cambio de carril inapropiado y también se le está dando una multa por conducción bajo la influencia de sustancia.
Okay.
Do you understand your charges and waive the reading of your accusation?
Usted entiende la naturaleza de sus cargos y está renunciando entonces a los mismos.
Sí, sí, no entiendo lo que me dijo.
Please speak loudly, sir.
Por favor, hable fuerte, señor. And he stated, I don't understand what is being said to me.
Oh, le digo.
He does-
Sorry. Que sí entiendo todo lo que me dice.
I understand everything is being said to me.
Okay. Your bond is $5,500
Su fianza está en $5,500
and you must not violate any laws of out on bond.
y no puede hacer quebrantamiento de ninguna de las siguientes.
Are you able to make bond?
¿Puede hacer el pago de su fianza?
Sí.
Yes.
Your next court date is January 5th at 8 a.m. in room 201.
La siguiente fecha para presentarse al juzgado va a ser el día 5 de enero a las 8 de la mañana en la habitación 201.
Have a good day.
Que tenga buen día.
Next, we'll have Mr. Kistion.
Siguiente sería el señor Kisian.
Sir, you are charged with no driver's license.
Se le está imputando, señor, por la conducción sin portación de una licencia de conducir.
Sí, está bien.
All right.
You to give you an OR bond, which means you can sign yourself out without paying any money.
Se le va a estar dando entonces el permiso de liberación bajo reconocimiento propio. Quiere decir que se puede ir sin tener que pagar nada.
Your next court date will be January 5th, 2021 at 8 a.m.
Su próxima fecha para presentarse al juzgado será el día 5 de enero de 2021 a las 8 de la mañana.
Ok. No tengo que pagar nada.
So I don't have to pay anything.
No, you do not.
No tiene que pagar.
Just sign yourself out. Now, you cannot violate any laws out on bond. That is a condition of your bond.
Ahora, puede firmar para salir, ¿verdad? Y no tiene que pagar nada, sin embargo, no puede hacer quebrantamiento, ¿verdad? De sus condiciones. Eso es lo que no puede hacer.
Okay.
You understand?
¿Entiende?
¿Me puede repetir la pregunta?
Can you repeat the question for me? He stated.
Do you understand?
Le estoy preguntando que si entiende.
Sí.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Gracias. Que tenga buen día.
Gracias, igualmente.
Thank you, Madam Interpreter. You have a great day. I think that's all of our Spanish-speaking inmates for today.
Your Honor, thank you for your visa.
You're
Goodbye.
welcome. Bye. All right, deputies, I do apologize for that slight glitch. Technology is great when it's working. Let's go ahead and start rolling. We're going to do these ladies first, and then we'll go right into the men. Now, I don't have a notation on my list of who's OTB or not, so y'all are going to have to let me know. I'm going to just call them in order, and if they're OTB, I'll have you all let me know, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge Duvernay,
Yes.
Clerk Weston intake needs you to call him.
Okay. Is it about this morning's calendar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Ash Brown. It's Ash gonna be close. Stay right here with Brown. This is what she should have tell you now. If you're gonna post bond, if there is a bond, so on and so forth. Once she talks to you, she has to go through everybody. So she offers you a bond and you pay the bond today. You have to wait because she still has to process everybody and send the paperwork. So it's still gonna take a couple hours.
5 hours, 6 hours.
It all depends on what's going on the other side. So I can't tell you, you know, even once the bond is paid, it still has to reflect in the system and all that. So it's a process. Right?
I'm just asking, not that I'm looking for something.
Is Miss Aguman out on bond? If not, she'll be first.
Say that name one more time, Yana.
Alika Aguman.
Yeah, she's OTB.
Thank you. Candace Ash.
She's here.
Thank you. After Miss Ash, we'll take Maisha Brown. Ma'am, you are charged with DUI and improper lane change. Do you wish for me to read the details of your affidavit, or do you understand and waive the reading? We are streaming live on YouTube.
No, I have to read it.
Your
No,
bond
thank
is
you.
up. You said I don't have to read it?
Correct. I said no, thank you. Your
Okay,
Honor.
your bond is $5,500 and you shall not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Am I able to go through the third party for the 15% of it?
Yes, you can do anything that I listed earlier. So you think you'll be able to make bond based on a bonding company assisting you?
Yes, ma'am. And may I please ask another question?
Yes.
In regards, I know it was 2 charges and I paid the other one in full. I wasn't aware of the 15% option. Is there a way that I can get that back so I can go through the bonding company for both of them?
I'm not sure how that works, ma'am. I'm sorry. They have to explain that to you with the bonding company or at whoever handles the processing. I wouldn't know the answer to that question. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. But those 2 are combined, correct? Is that the 550 for both them combined? Because I paid a portion of it yesterday.
Yes, that's your total bond.
Okay.
These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Basically not going to, I want to plead. I want to go to court.
Yes, ma'am. So it sounds like you didn't understand when I was explaining the preliminary hearing earlier, which is fine. Some people don't. I'm going to set you down for January 5th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, ma'am.
Okay, and I'm still eligible for the 550, correct?
It's your bond is $5,500. So yes, ma'am, that's your bond. Have a great day. Aisha Brown should be next. After Ms. Brown should be Valerie Cloud.
Do you know who I'm supposed to talk to?
Good morning, ma'am. You are charged with battery family violence. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Read aloud.
You are accused of committing the offense of battery when you were involved in an altercation with Elisa Dage, that you did scratch the victim under her left eye and cause redness and welts, that you and the victim did reside together for approximately 3 months, This incident occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Ms. Dage. You cannot return to the Rock Hill Drive address, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes, I am. However, I have a question. She has my vehicle.
So ma'am, this is not the time, and I don't know if everybody is listening. This is not your trial date or plea date. It's not the time to ask the court a lot of different questions about the case, okay? Now, if she has your property, what I will say is you can go with a sheriff's escort to retrieve your personal property. However, you cannot be around her without a sheriff's escort, okay, ma'am? Was that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is a misdemeanor. Are you able to, would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
By waiving it, what happens? I'm sorry, I didn't understand. This is my first offense.
It's okay. You're waiving it, meaning you're waiving your preliminary hearing, but since you're not able to make a knowing waiver, I'm going to set you down for January 5th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, ma'am. If you bond out, Ms. Brown, your bond will be waived. I mean, your preliminary hearing will be waived when you bond out. Have a good day, ma'am. Valerie Cloud, give me 1 second. My connection is not stable. I want to make sure we don't have any issues. Give me 1 second. Ms. Cloud, you are charged with criminal trespass and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand and waive the reading, or do you wish me to arrest affidavit out loud? We are streaming live.
Yes, please read the arrest.
You are accused of damaging your living boyfriend, Quentin Jones' clothes by pouring bleach on several items of his pants and shirts. The offender also cut down 2 sets of curtains in the room, which was a
Damn, shit, good. Just come back. We'll come back. That connection done, bro.
Back up.
No, you good.
you shall not return it. What was that?
No, she didn't hear you.
Come a little bit away from that.
This connection was poor.
So I didn't,
Okay. Did you hear anything, Miss Valerie?
I heard the curtains.
I'm gonna start over.
Okay.
It's accused that you damaged your, thank you, Aju, for letting me know. You are accused of damaging your live-in boyfriend, victim, Quentin Jones' clothes by pouring bleach on several pairs of his pants and shirts. You are alleged to have then cut down 2 sets of curtains in a room, which was the property of the victim. After you were placed under arrest, it is alleged that you refused to walk by the police marked vehicle, resulting in you having to be pulled or pushed by the officer to the vehicle. This incident occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. Your bond is $7,000. You are to stay away from Mr. Jones. You cannot return to 7735 Terra Boulevard, Lot C11 in Jonesboro, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond, ma'am?
I don't know. I haven't been able to call anybody. I don't know the status. I heard I was released already. So
you couldn't have been released, ma'am, because these bonds do not have preset bonds. So okay. I'm not sure who told you that, but you said if you were able to make a call, will you be able to make bond?
Yes.
Okay. These are misdemeanor offenses, ma'am, which means you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day, Ms. Cloud. Next should be Catherine Cooper.
Go back in.
Ms. Cooper?
Well,
give me 1 second.
What are your mask? What are your mask? Let me see your inmate pin.
Latasha, can you confirm if there's still paperwork for Ms. Cooper? I didn't receive her paperwork.
Okay, Judge, I'll check right now.
Thank
What's
you.
her
Ms.
first
Cooper?
name, Judge? I'm sorry.
Ma'am, what's your first name? Catherine, Catherine. We're gonna check on that status, ma'am. Next, we'll have Sarah Hall. If you could just stand by, Ms. Cooper. Sarah Hall should be next. Thank you, Latasha.
You're welcome, Judge.
Ma'am, you were charged with burglary. Are you Sarah Hall?
Yes, ma'am.
You were charged with burglary and possession of methamphetamines. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
You do not have a bond at this time? You said you do understand, right?
Well, I don't understand, but I don't want it read out loud.
Okay, so you waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit? You do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
I'm sorry, I don't have a bond?
You do not have a bond.
I do not have a bond.
You were sentenced to probation on August 6, 2018. You also have pending charge from November of this year related to drugs. So as a result, ma'am, I'm not authorized to post a bond as you are a probationer. As I stated earlier, even if you were not an active probationer, based on your repeated offenses, the court finds that you are a threat. So I would not give you a bond even if you were not a probationer. I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You asked the question, ma'am, I answered it for you. This is not the opportunity for you to state your claim, okay? I've appointed an attorney to represent you. You can speak with your lawyer. He or she may be able to find a way for you to get a bond from another judge, okay, ma'am?
And when's my next court date, you said?
January 18th. Have a good day. Lakeisha Hurston.
What's your name? Also.
Yes.
Good morning, ma'am. You are charged with simple assault. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of the warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have your affidavit read aloud?
Read aloud.
It is accused that you committed an act which placed Nicholas Hutley in reasonable apprehension of immediately receiving a fatal injury. He was stated that you threw an ashtray, cologne bottle, and brick towards him. The items did not touch him. These incidents occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Mr. Nicholas Hutley. You cannot return to 481 Eatonton Square, apartment K, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond, ma'am? These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to have your preliminary hearing? Thank you, ma'am. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Lloyd should be next.
Judge, excuse me. On Catherine Cooper, they said she's bonded out, but they're checking down and bonding, and they will let me know in a few moments.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Latasha.
All right.
That's what I figured because our paperwork wasn't included, but we just want to confirm.
Okay.
Miss Lucille Lloyd, you are charged with being a pedestrian inside along the roadway, obstruction of an officer, and battery against a law enforcement officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Read aloud, man.
It's alleged that you laid in the middle of southbound lanes of Riverdale Road in front of the Waffle House on Riverdale Road, blocking traffic. That you stated that an unseen force made you dizzy. The officer attempted to place you in custody, and you snatched your arm away from the officer, stating, "You're not taking me to jail." That you then clawed at the officer's neck, causing a visible injury that drew blood. The officer then used soft hand techniques to escort you to the ground and place you in custody. Your bond is $14,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond, ma'am?
Oh, man.
Your next court date is January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, Ms. Lloyd.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Excuse me. It has been confirmed. She's being bonded out right now.
Thank you. Did you all hear that about Ms. Cooper?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you, Aju. Ms. Parks, you are charged with driving on a suspended license. Is this Tiffany Parks?
No, ma'am.
Judge, one moment. Yeah, Parks. Tiffany Parks. Parks, no. What's the study? She went out on bond, Judge.
Thank you. Rosalie Ramos.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Ms. Ramos. You are charged with simple battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish for your affidavit to be read aloud?
Say again, ma'am.
Do you want me to read your affidavit, or do you wish to waive the reading of your affidavit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, read it.
Yes, ma'am.
It is alleged that you committed the offense of simple battery by throwing coffee on Lavinia Salazar's face, that you admitted to the crime because you were upset, that you and Lavinia lived together, and this incident took place in Clayton County. There were no visible marks on the victim. Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Lavinia Salazar. You cannot return to 164 Tiffany Trail in Riverdale. I know that that is your residence, so you may go with the sheriff's escort to retrieve your personal property, but you cannot go back to that property without a sheriff's escort until this matter is resolved or until that condition is modified by another judge. You must also not violate any laws or out on bond. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
This is a misdemeanor. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
What's that, Your Honor?
I'm going to set you down for a preliminary hearing on January 5th, 21. I've explained it earlier when I was reading out about preliminary hearings. So because you don't understand, I'm not going to allow you to waive it. I'm going to set you down and you can speak with your lawyer about that. Okay, ma'am?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Same to you, Your Honor.
Zakia Roll.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. You are charged with theft by receiving stolen property, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, no license or violation of a license, and open container. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud? We are streaming live on YouTube.
Yes, I do.
You want me to read it or you waive it?
Read it.
You are accused of receiving, the officers received a flock alert in reference to a stolen vehicle, which was confirmed stolen out of Columbia County. The officer observed the vehicle driving on Forest Parkway. Upon a traffic stop, the offender was the operator of the vehicle. Incident to search, the officer located a 9mm Taurus handgun under the driver's seat, and the offender advised the gun belonged to her. The officer located a bottle of an open alcoholic beverage, Jose Cuervo, in between the driver's seat and the center console. The GCIC indicated that you do not have a valid license. You do not have a bond at this time, ma'am. Your next court date will be January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, Ms. Rowe. Vanessa Salas should be next.
Hello, yes.
Hello, ma'am. You are charged with simple battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish for your affidavit to be read aloud? We are streaming live on YouTube.
Yes, I understand.
So you don't want me to read it?
No.
Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Manuel Cabana. You cannot return to 5496 Jonesboro Road in Lake City. It was indicated that this is a shared residence. As such, you may return with your sheriff's escort for the purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property without an escort until this matter is resolved or until the condition is modified by another judge, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Do you understand? Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
This is a misdemeanor. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good day. Is Shamika C out on bond?
Say that one more time, y'all.
Shamika C.
Yes, ma'am.
Shante Washington should be next. Are you Ms. Washington?
Ma'am.
You are charged with battery family violence. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your accusation? Or do you wish to have it read aloud? We are streaming live.
No, I don't.
No, you don't want me to read it, or no, you don't waive it?
I'll waive it.
Your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Adrian Armstrong. You cannot return to 7517 Terra Boulevard. It was indicated that that's a shared residence. As such, you can return with a sheriff's escort for the purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property without a sheriff's escort until this matter is resolved or until this condition is modified by another judge. You must also not violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes.
Are you able to make bond? This is a misdemeanor. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Cashmere Williams.
That's the last one.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am. You are charged with defective equipment and use or possession of drug-related objects. Do you understand and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I'll waive it.
Your bond is $2,000 and you shall not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
You say yes, ma'am? Thank you. These are misdemeanor offenses. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to have your preliminary hearing?
May I? Yes, ma'am. I do waive it.
You have a question?
Yes, ma'am. Am I able to make a phone call after this?
That's up to the jail. I'm sure they'll allow you to make a phone call. So you said you will waive your preliminary hearing? Thank you, Ms. Williams. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. That should be all of the ladies, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, y'all.
Okay, let me know when y'all are ready to start rolling with the gentleman.
Who you have first?
Ryan Alexander.
Go straight up into that kiosk. Raheem.
Mr. Alexander. Good afternoon. You are charged. Give me 1 second. You have several charges.
Raheem. First name.
I'm sorry.
Last name.
Give me a moment. You have several charges. You're charged with open container, just restricted driving on a divided highway, aggravated assault, fleeing from police officer, reckless driving, 2 red light violations. Do you understand the nature of your charge and waive the reading of your accusation, or do you wish to have your warrantless arrest affidavit read aloud? We are streaming live on YouTube.
I don't mind.
You want me to read it? It is accused that you rode to a safety road check on Riverdale Road and West Fayetteville Road that was implemented by the lieutenants. That during the road check, the officer observed a black Mitsubishi Eclipse enter the road check and stop. The officer made contact with the offender, who he introduced himself to, observed a red cup with suspected brown alcoholic beverages, that the said offender provided the cup which smelled alcoholic beverages, that you were instructed to have the offender park in the median, which he drove through the median, almost striking Captain Malloy of the Clayton County's Sheriff's Office, which she had to move out of the way. That you then drove recklessly on Riverdale Road towards Sullivan Road, that you failed to stop at 2 red lights on Riverdale Road while fleeing a marked Clayton County Sheriff's Office patrol vehicles with their blue lights activated, and that an open bottle of Deuce, I don't know how to pronounce that, some type of liquor, was located in the vehicle. Your bond is $33,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
33,000.
$33,500.
Yes, so that would be 10% of that. Yes, yes.
So your next court date will be January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
We're 8.
January 18th.
18. Okay.
Raheem Al-Hassan.
Yes, ma'am.
You were charged with no license. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to go ahead and give you an OR bond since it's a license violation. And all that means is but a condition of that OR is that you must not violate any laws out on bond. Is it your intent to sign yourself out on the OR?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you wish to sign your waiver?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. DeAndre Bishop.
Hi, Your Honor.
Hello, you are charged with giving a false name. Do you understand and waive the reading, or do you wish to have your affidavit read?
Affidavit read.
It's a pledge that you did on December 5th, provide a false name and date of birth, that you provided the Indiana driver's license of DeAndre Bishop, but that you provided the name of Wade Nichols, that when you were fingerprinted at the jail, your true identity was revealed. This did occur in Clayton County, Georgia. Your bond is $3,500, and you must not violate the laws by out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, can you read my bond one more time, please?
$3,500. This is a misdemeanor. You have the opportunity to waive your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Robert Bird.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you were charged with driving under the influence, improper lane change, and improper turn signal. Do you understand and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud? We are streaming live.
You can scream live. You can go ahead.
Do you wish for me to read it? That you committed the offense of DUI when traveling east on Forest Parkway. You drove on the center dotted line for approximately 500 feet. To add that you entered in and out of the lane 1 and 2 without signaling while following behind the accused vehicle. You were traveling above posted speeds of 40 miles/hour through tight curves. Once with the vehicle, the smell of alcohol was emitting from the breath and body. You were unsteady on your feet, coming to the officer, and he had to keep you from falling into traffic. Your bond is $6,000. You must not violate the laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond? These are misdemeanors. Do you wish to have your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Derek O. Carson.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm well, thank you for asking. Sir, you are charged with transactions and drug-related objects, obstruction of an officer, theft by receiving stolen property, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, 2 counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, possession with intent to distribute, and a 3rd count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud? We are streaming live. You wish for me to read the details of your warrantless arrest affidavit? Did you hear me? Are you responding and I'm not hearing you, sir?
Yeah, no, ma'am.
Speak up, sir.
So you want me to waive the reading, right? Your bond is $65,000. Are you able to make bond? I can't hear you, sir.
Yeah.
Your next court date will be January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, Mr. Carson. Next should be Morris Farley. Sir, you're charged with simple battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading, or do you wish to have it read aloud? You are accused of causing visible bodily harm to Horace Hardiman by punching him in the mouth, causing his lower lip to bust. You and the victim both live in apartment 504, but not in the same dwelling. Your bond is $3,500. You're to stay away from Mr. Hardiman, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
No.
This is a misdemeanor. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yeah.
Speak up so she can hear you.
Yeah.
Please sign your waiver and please put your mask over your nose. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Rico Garland should be next. So you're charged with DUI, concealing the ID of a motor vehicle, expired or no license, and driving on the wrong side of the road. Do you understand these charges and waive the reading of the affidavit, or you wish to have it read aloud?
Yeah, I understand.
I've dismissed your concealing ID and your expired tag charges. However, your DUI and wrong side of the road charges still stand. For those charges, your bond is $5,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanors. Do you wish to have your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Next should be Patrick Gordon. Sir, you are charged with felony count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Can you read it to me, ma'am?
You are accused of being a passenger inside of a vehicle, which a search of the vehicle was being conducted due to the odor of marijuana coming from inside the vehicle. A clear plastic bag containing suspected marijuana was located under the passenger seat where the offender was sitting. The officer attempted to place the offender into custody, which he started running, which he refused to stop running. The said offender was arrested. The said offender was read the Miranda warning, which he admitted placed suspected ecstasy pills in the driver's door. I observed several colorful pills in the door compartment. You do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date is going to be January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Is Alonzo, have a good day, sir. Or do you have a question for the court?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Alonzo Gonzalez.
OTB, Your Honor.
Thank you. Joshua Graves. Sir, you're charged with a felony count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act and use of possession of drug-related objects. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $7,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
I can make bond.
The next court date is January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Preston Grissom. You're charged with loitering or prowling. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or you wish to have it read aloud?
Can you say that again?
You're charged with, are you Mr. Grissom? You're charged with loitering or prowling. Do you understand and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish to have the warrantless arrest affidavit read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $1,000. You must stay away from Quick Trip on Riverdale Road, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand those conditions? Are you able to make bond? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? This is a misdemeanor.
If I waive it, then on my court date be quicker, right?
Yes, if you waive it, well, it depends. But yes, it does move your matter along sooner through the system.
I waive it.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Will Harris.
Yes, ma'am.
You were charged with possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, possession with intent to distribute. You're charged with another count of possession with intent to distribute. So they're giving you possession with two different substances. You're charged with use of possession of drug-related objects, a red light violation, giving a false name, trafficking, and a third count of possession with intent to distribute. Do you understand and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have your affidavit read aloud? We are streaming live.
Understand.
You do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be, you have two court dates, sorry, they're gonna be different than everybody else's court dates because of the trafficking. Your court date is gonna be January 13th at 8 a.m. and then your bond hearing will be January 15th at 8 a.m. Okay? Have a good day. Larry Hill. Hello, you're charged with simple assault and simple battery. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
Understand.
Your bond is $7,000 and you must not violate and also out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Not today.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Speak up.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. If you're not bonded out, by the time your next court date comes, sir, they'll bring you forward, okay? Kiana Huggins, is he out?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So then we should have Jabril Jenkins next.
Ma'am.
Sir, you are charged with violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, which is a felony, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and a violation of the seatbelt law. Do you understand and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have your warrantless arrest affidavit read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $14,500, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
Your next court date is January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Wendell King.
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with 2 counts of carrying a concealed weapon, 2 counts of possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, trafficking cocaine, 2 felony counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, and 2 counts of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud? You have different court, you do not have a bond at this time, and you have different court dates than everyone else because of your trafficking charge. Your preliminary hearing will be January 13th at 8 a.m. and your bond hearing will be January 15th at 8 a.m. So those will be your charges, okay, sir? Your court dates. Have a good day. Michael Kroon.
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with giving a false name, no tag, no license, and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your accusation, or you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $6,500, and you should not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond? I can't hear you, sir.
Ma'am.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Victor Leary. After Mr. Leary should be Jeffrey Manson. Mr. Leary, you're charged with tampering with evidence and possession of a firearm by a felon. Do you understand your charge?
Yeah, ma'am.
You must not, excuse me, your bond is $13,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yeah, ma'am.
You say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date is January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day.
Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Manson should be next.
Yes, ma'am.
After Mr. Manson should be Martino McClinton. So you're charged with driving on a suspended license. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to give you an OR bond on this driving on a suspended license charge. Your next, you must not violate any laws out on bond. That is still a condition of your bond. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it your intention to sign yourself out on the OR?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing and go ahead and sign the waiver today?
Yes, ma'am.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Martino McClinton.
Yes, ma'am.
You were charged with 2 fast food conditions, open container, and driving under the influence. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $7,000, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond? I can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Here.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day. Daryl Muriel. You are charged with battery on an officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or you wish to have it read aloud?
You can read it out loud.
It's accused that you committed the offensive battery on an officer when you intentionally caused visible lacerations to the officer's nose and forehead, that you, upon initial contact, struck the officer with a closed fist in the facial area and continued to attempt to strike the officer in the face with closed fists, that this took place in the city of Morrow, Georgia. Your bond is, hold on one second, I need to confirm something.
Yeah. Do that to me first. Thank you. He was a Hector. Space cadet.
That's enough. Go ahead, no. There you go. I don't know which house we came from. I'm gonna go them. We're just gonna put them in the holding cell somewhere there. Right. Yeah. Put them in the holding cell. You already did. Oh, shit. Yeah, he's on there. Okay, cool, perfect. Because it's, they need to, need to be escorted. I don't know where it came from. Do you know your house and where it came from? No, he's in that farm. Oh, you didn't tell me? Oh, okay. He came from. If I know we can do Well, we're moving good, huh? Yep. We did good yesterday and today. She need to be here every weekend we work.
We are back on the record. Thank you for your patience. I had to confirm something. Sir, as I stated earlier, you are charged with battery on a police officer. You do not have a bond at this time.
May I speak generally on Yana?
Hold on. All right.
So let me say this before you start. I know before we took the break, you were about to share about that you thought it was the officer. That may be so. I'm not saying it is or it's not true. But the reality is that this is not the appropriate time for you to pose a defense or present a defense. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Your lawyer will come speak with you. You can share your defense with your lawyer at the appropriate time. I'm merely here to share with you what you are charged with, which I've done. You asked me to read the affidavit, which I've done. And I'm stating now that you are not eligible for a bond based on the fact that you were sentenced to a suspended sentence of 12 months on June 4th of this year, sir. So you do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. However, as I stated, your lawyer will come and see you before then. He or she may be able to help you and advise you with getting that information to the appropriate court, okay?
Yes,
Did that
ma'am.
answer your question, sir?
Yes, you did, ma'am.
Thank you. You have a good day, okay? Is Mr. Barahona still in custody?
No, we here, Judge.
Okay. Did you all hear my question regarding Mr. Ochoa?
OTP.
Thank you. Are you ready for Mr. Philpott?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. After Mr. Philpott, we'll do Julius Pruitt. Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud? It's saying that you committed the offense of criminal trespass when you remained on the premise of Stacy Barnes after you received a notice to leave the property, that you refused to leave after several requests from the victim, and that this offense occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. And her name is Stacy Went Barnes. You are to stay away from Stacy Went Barnes. Your bond is going to be $3,500, and you must not return to 5930 Highway 85, apartment 503, and you must not violate any laws of out on bond. Are you able to make bond, sir?
Yeah, ma'am.
Your next court date is going to be January 5th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Mr. Pruitt should be next.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. After Mr. Pruitt, we should have Donald Relford. Sir, you were charged with driving on a suspended license, failure to yield right away, crossing the guard line with drugs, and violation of a Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Do you understand your charges and waive the reading of your affidavit, or do you wish to have your affidavits read aloud?
I understand, ma'am.
Your bond is going to be $17,500, and you must not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Probably not. No, I'm sorry.
Your next court date will be January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, Mr. Pruitt.
But if I am able to make it, I still can make it, right?
Right. There's nothing keeping you from making it. I've given you a bond, sir. Have a good day.
You said 17,000?
$17,500.
Okay, thank you.
Relaford should be next.
How you doing, man?
I'm well, thank you. Give me one moment, sir.
I have a question.
Well, let me say what I have to say first. I may answer your question, and then if I don't, you can ask your question, okay? You are charged with theft by shoplifting. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrant, or you wish to have your warrant read aloud?
When was I charged with theft by shoplifting?
On August 27th, it's alleged that you did conceal or take possessions, 2 boxes of unknown CVS merchandise that the employees determined were positioned on the back aisle of the store and prepped to be displayed. The merchandise with a value of less than $500 could not be determined due to lack of proper inventory. The said owner being CVS, you did so with the intent to deprive the owner of the full value of the merchandise. You was accused by 2 employees as you walked into CVS with nothing in your hand, and you were observed walking to the rear of the store. And on the fragrance aisle where you collected 2 boxes containing CVS merchandise, that you hurried both boxes past all points of sale and out the front door without making a purchase of any kind, that the boxes were prepped on the fragrance aisle to be inventory and placed on shelves for sale, but due to improper inventory, the merchandise and value could not be determined. So your bond is $10,000, and you are to stay away from the CVS in Morrow, Georgia, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
I do. I was not aware of anything. I have not been arrested for shoplifting. I don't know how I was.
Right. So you were arrested yesterday, sir, with the warrant, and that's why I just read it to you. So my question to you, you said you're not able to make bond. My next question is, do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am. Can I speak, please? I was not. I was arrested on the 28th. The 28th.
Okay. Listen to me. There's nothing else to discuss at this point because it's not the appropriate forum. You don't have a lawyer here. The prosecutor is not here. There's nobody here that is appropriate to discuss what's supposed to occur, what's not. This warrant was taken out for you, Mr. Donald Relaford, and it was executed by another judge. It was executed by the officers. And I'm just here reading to you what the warrant states, what you asked me to do, and I'm giving you a bond. You have an attorney who will come see you, and you all will discuss the matters going forward. You indicated that you do wish to sign your waiver, so please sign your waiver, sir, and your next court date will come in the mail, okay? Thank you. Mr. Richardson should be next.
I was arrested yesterday. I don't even know nothing about the shoplifting.
So you were charged with criminal trespass and criminal attempted arson. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
You do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Savon Rivers. So you're charged with possession of a firearm by a felon. Do you understand and waive the reading of your affidavit, or you wish to have it read aloud?
I understand.
You do not have a bond at this time. Your next court date will be January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Derek Robinson. Sir, you are charged with possession of marijuana less than an ounce and theft by receiving stolen property. Do you understand and waive your reading of the warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud? We are streaming live.
Can I read it? Can I have it read out loud to see if it's like a misdemeanor or a felony or something?
You have a misdemeanor marijuana and a felony theft by receiving, but I will read the warrantless arrest affidavit out to you. It is alleged that you committed the offense of marijuana less than an ounce when you were in possession of approximately 8 grams of marijuana. You did commit the offense of theft by receiving when you were in possession of a Glock 19mm serial number RBG9943 that was reported and confirmed stolen out of the Atlanta Police Department. Your bond for these charges is $11,500, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date is January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, sir. Is this Mr. Rucker coming up, or is Mr. Rucker OTB?
He's OTB, Your Honor.
Thank you. Are you Kenyon Rush?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you were charged with trafficking in methamphetamines, 2 felony counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, and use or possession of drug-related objects. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud?
I waive it.
You do not have a bond at this time. So your court dates will be different than everyone else because of your trafficking charge. Your preliminary hearing will be January 13th, and your bond hearing will be January 15th. Both those will occur at 8 a.m. in room 201, okay? Have a good day. You're welcome. Bari Daka Sigalo. Bari Dakara, excuse me. Are you Mr. Sigalo?
No.
You are charged with 2 felony counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, obstructed vision, tent violation, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have it read aloud? We are streaming live.
Yeah.
You want me to read it?
Okay.
Your bond is $22,000, $22,500, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yeah.
Your next court date will be January 18th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Darian Smith.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you Mr. Smith?
Ma'am.
You're charged with failure to yield, window tint, and open container. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your affidavit, or you wish to have it read aloud?
Oh, I understand.
Your bond is $1,500, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
Your next court date will be January 5th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Michael Thompson. You are charged with driving on a suspended license and red light violation. Do you understand the charge and waive the reading of the affidavit, or you wish to have it read aloud?
I agree.
Can't hear you.
I know the charges.
I'm going to give you an OR bond, and condition of that bond is you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Is it your intention to sign yourself out on the OR?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to sign your waiver of a preliminary hearing? Can't hear you, sir. Say it one more time. I can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Darius Trammell.
Yes, Your Honor.
We're charged with battery, family violence, driving on a suspended license, concealing the identity of a motor vehicle, obstruction of your license, and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrant and your warrantless arrest affidavit, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I understand, ma'am.
Give me 1 second. Your bond is $9,500. You're to stay away from Brittany Banks. You cannot return to 746 Garden Walk Boulevard, apartment K11. It was indicated that that is a shared residence. As such, you may return with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property without a sheriff's escort until the matter is resolved or until the condition is modified by another judge. You must also not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Ma'am.
You say yes?
I did.
Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Have a good day.
Tell me to bind them out again, ma'am.
$9,500.
Thank you.
You're welcome. James Washington. So you're charged with interference with custody, possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrantless arrest affidavit? I can't understand.
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to read it or you wish to waive it?
Oh, no, I understand.
Your bond is $8,500 and you must not violate any laws while out on bond.
Okay.
What was that?
Okay.
Are you able to make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
You can explain that to me?
I've already explained it, sir. Since you can't understand, it's fine. Some people don't. I'm going to go ahead and set you down for a preliminary hearing for January 5th. at 8 a.m. in room 201. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. He or she can explain it further to you, and they may advise you to waive it at a different time, okay? But I'm not able to explain it over and over. And so what we do is when people say they don't understand, we just go ahead and say it for them, okay? So you got it, and you'll be good to go, all right? Thank you. Kenneth Walker should be next, right? We should be done except for him. Is that what you all have?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, can you take your mask down? I want to confirm that there is not a conflict of interest with the court. Okay, thank you. You can put it back on. Good afternoon, Mr. Walker. This is a hearing, is what's called an extradition hearing. All the rights that I advised everyone of earlier also apply in your case, but your case is a little bit different from the other first appearance hearings that have just taken place. You do not have charges pending against you here in Clayton County. You've been brought to court today because you have charges pending against you in another state, and they are requesting that you return to that state to answer for these charges. Are you in fact Kenneth Walker?
I am.
Do you have an attorney representing you in this matter? You are charged with being a fugitive from justice as follows. It is accused that you entered and remained in the state of Georgia, knowing that you, Kenneth Walker, are wanted out of Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office in Florida for kidnapping a minor, a felony, and they intend to extradite you. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to OCGA Title 17, Chapter 13. As you have heard, it alleges you are charged with kidnapping out of the state of Florida. You have a choice as to whether you wish to contest extradition or to waive extradition and to be returned to the state without going through the formal extradition process. If you decide that you wish to contest extradition, the court may commit you to the county jail for an initial period of 30 days. During that time, a warrant will be prepared under the governor's signature for your extradition to the state of Florida. The court may consider allowing you to post a bond, but the court is not required to allow a bond in your case. As you are wanted by another jurisdiction, I am not setting a bond at this time. If you do not wish to voluntarily return to the state of Florida, you may file a writ of habeas corpus to contest the extradition. The writ of habeas corpus can only contest 4 things. First, whether the extradition documents are in order on their face. 2, whether you are charged with a crime that actually exists in the demanding state of Florida. 3, whether you are the named person in the request for extradition. And 4, whether you are in fact a fugitive from justice. You cannot contest the issue of your guilt or innocence in this state. You are entitled to the advice of counsel in contesting extradition or deciding whether to waive extradition. If the state is unable to extradite you within 30 days, you may be committed to the county jail for an additional 60 days while awaiting your extradition. If the extradition is not completed in 90 days, then you will be released. If you decide to voluntarily waive extradition, then you will sign your waivers, and then that state will have a certain amount of time, and it's really kind of up in the air. People want to say how long do they have to come get you, but they have to come get you within a certain time frame, or you will be released by the jail. So do you wish to voluntarily return to the state of Florida to handle this matter?
I will get it over with, try to figure out.
Okay, so the deputies will give you several original waivers that you need to sign. They will send them over to me and I will sign them for you as well. Okay, Mr. Walker? All right, have a good day, sir. Thank you. Is that it, gentlemen?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Thank you, Tasha.
You're welcome, Judge. Thank you.